What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna take about a minute or so to just get some things off my mind. So if you're here for the title, just fast forward to like a minute and 30 seconds. But when I started this YouTube channel, I really didn't have I didn't know what it was all about. I didn't really have a clue. And I knew that when I started on January 8th, I was gonna run it for to my birthday, which is March 28th, and just kind of reevaluate after that and see what it is. Is it something that I like? Is it something that I enjoy? And then, as luck would have it, one of my videos took off, and I mean, just gave me all my watch time, all the subscribers that I would need, and everything just happened at a very rapid pace. And now I'm trying to build a little community, trying to build a channel, and I just want to thank everybody for rocking with me, those that do. My personality leans more towards a raw type personality. I just try to tell things the way that I see it. I don't have to be right. I'm not always going to be wrong. I just kind of shoot it the best way I see it. And with my experiences in life, marriage, relationships, fatherhood, street life, gangs, church, it has given me a perspective on several things. So just thank you all for rocking with me. Now, with that being said, let's talk about this topic. I'm leaning this video to the men that are in marriages. I just did a video about communication, and this kind of ties to that communication in marriage, but words that you may not want to hear from your spouse. Words that if you hear this, you need to begin to take it very serious because of the weight that is behind it, whether you can feel it initially or not. If your wife ever tells you that she is not happy, those three words, I'm not happy, you better sit down with yourself and figure some stuff out really quick. Generally, by the time, I've learned this from experience, friends of mine that have gone through it, and it's very similar in almost every situation. Generally, by the time a woman says she is not happy with you, no, she is no longer happy with you. By the time she confesses that, her heart is already gone. And the reason that I say that is because when she says, I'm not happy, that is actually code. That's a code word. What she's really saying is, I'm not happy with you. So she may say, I'm not happy in the marriage, or she may just say, I'm not happy. But that's coded. The explanation of the code is, I'm not happy with you. And as men, we will hear that and begin to break our necks to try to figure out what is it that we can do to cause her happiness to come back. And so, because using logic, we'll try to use a checklist. Well, why are you not happy? And we want to hear things that we know that we can adjust or that we can fix, that something that we can tackle that maybe will bring her happiness back. So if she was to say, I'm tired of doing the dishes, then we know if or we feel that if we just started to do the dishes more, that maybe her happiness will come back. Or maybe she say, I want to travel. And so we feel that if we start to travel more, or at least allow her to travel more with her friends or whatnot, that will bring happiness back. Or maybe it's the job. She may, then we can, and so that's what happened. We'll want to use a checklist to try to fix why she's not happy. The reality is, and like I said, this comes from experience and friends of mine that's all gone through it. By the time she says it, she has been unhappy for a very long time. And there's really nothing that you're able to do that's going to fix it. Men don't like to go to therapy and counseling anyway. If you're going to go to therapy and counseling, though, you need to go before you hear those words. By the time you hear the words, I'm not happy, this is my opinion. And because it's tricky. Guys, this is what I'm telling you. Men, this is what I'm telling you. It's women is tricky business. Especially those of you young men, those of you who are young, maybe you ain't been married that long. You might be low 30s, in your 20s, or maybe this your, no matter what age you are, this your first go around. You just ain't never been married that long. It's tricky. I'm telling you, it's tricky. A woman will say, "I'm not happy," then she may say, "We need to go to therapy." Well, most men don't like to go to therapy, but let's just say that in an attempt to save your relationship with your wife, you say, "Okay, I'll go to therapy." And this is from personal experience. I'm telling you what I know. I went through this. You say, "Okay, let's go to therapy." The woman is not telling you that the whole purpose of her wanting to go to therapy is so that the therapist can prove to you why you're the reason that the wife is unhappy. See what I'm saying? The wife ain't gonna just come out and just tell you because she know that's gonna produce an argument. Because you can argue with the wife, right? She know he don't care about arguing with me. He'll argue with me any day. But if I can get a third party that can hear our story and then testify to him that Jim, you the reason that Sally is in this position and you need to fix it. That's the purpose of therapy. By the time you hear I'm not happy, that's what I'm saying. Now, if she comes sooner and say, before she say that and say, "Dear, whatever, I feel like therapy will help us. We don't talk, communicate as much as we used to. I just had a baby, or you've been working all the time." Maybe, okay, that's a different story. But by the time she say, "I'm not happy," and then therapy comes into the picture, and she's the one recommending it, in my opinion and in my experience, it is too late. Because once again, she's looking for a third party to tell you. See, I had a situation where by the time we went, my ex was already done, but she had agreed to go to therapy, but in her heart, she was already done. So when she agreed to go, because it came out later, she thought that the therapist was going to hear all the things that I had done wrong and then blame me and make me out to be, the total whatever of the relationship, and it didn't happen that way. So when it didn't happen that way, my ex didn't want to go no more. She actually said, "I don't think she's helping us. She's not doing us no good." Of course not, because she didn't just jump on the bandwagon of all of the issues and problems. She understands human nature that marriages don't rise and fall just off of one person. This person got this issue and it may not be your issue, and you got issues and it may not be his issues, and any good therapist will recognize that anyway. So like I said, men, you want to fix, if you're interested in having a long-term marriage and it being fruitful and working and having some type of dedication and enjoyment and commitment to one another, where you're not living in misery for the rest of your life, you want to stay in tune with your woman before she gets to the place where she confesses to you she's not happy. If you hear those words, you might as well start trying to figure out what the rest of your life is going to look like. It may not happen that month, it may not happen that year, but within the next 2 or 3 years, trust me, she's working on an escape. A man will make up his mind if he leave at all. Most men don't just take off and go like that. not leave all the way out. But if we did, we would be gone, and we could be gone in 2 days, right? We go get a duffel bag, throw all our stuff in there, say keep the house, keep the car, and we out of there. A woman will wait 2, 3, 4, 5 years putting a plan, and sometimes longer, putting a plan together. That's her escape plan. So by the time she actually confesses she ain't happy, she ain't been happy in 5 years. There's nothing you can do to overcome the last 5 years. You can't say sorry enough. You can't take her to dinner enough. You can't wine and dine her enough. There's nothing you can do. In my opinion, there's nothing you can do. Once she confesses she's not happy, you might as well start trying to figure out what you're gonna do with the rest of your life, what the rest of your life is gonna look like without her. You ain't gotta necessarily tell her this, just be ready. How the kids are gonna be handled if you still got kids in the house. What's it all gonna look like? Yes, I'm just telling you. Ask any dude that's been divorced, did your wife ever say, and then ask him what was the length of time after that it all dissolved. And that's just heads up to you guys. So I know this wasn't a happy video, but hopefully that will help those who are definitely serious about trying to keep their marriage together and their marriage strong. Work on it, try to figure it out before it gets to that place. And at the end of the day, remember this, fellas and ladies. We are to respect one another, take care of one another, treat one another well. As the scripture says, do unto others as we would have them do unto us. Sometimes that's hard to do, right? Because we can tend to be selfish or not think about others. So sometimes, some way or another, we are all guilty. But at the end of the day, a person's happiness has to come from within themselves. None of us can really ever be fully responsible for somebody else's happiness. Just remember that. That's why I say by the time you hear it, there's nothing you can do. And it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Now, there's a level of respect that needs to be there if you husband and wife. There's a level of love, consideration. All of those things are to be expected in that type of relationship. But happiness, you can't put that on anybody else. And if she puts it on you, you guys are already done. Hopefully this helps. Let's get in the comments, talk about it. Anybody been through it, put it down in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And let's continue to grow. Y'all be blessed.